Are you ready to navigate the financial storm?
Absolutely. Experts like Dr. Emily Brown and David Lin are dissecting how inflation is reshaping the market.
We've condensed their insights into brief, actionable summaries, saving you time without losing depth.
Get ready. Dr. Brown starts us off with the latest on inflation and its market impacts.
Stay tuned. David Lin will discuss AMD's cutting-edge AI partnerships next.
Just a reminder, this video is for educational purposes and not investment advice.
In today's video, we analyze the insights shared by Dr. Emily Brown regarding the recent inflationary shock and its effects on economic dynamics.
Dr. Brown highlights that inflation is causing unprecedented volatility across financial markets, making it essential for investors to adapt their strategies.
Dr. Brown emphasizes that inflation is triggering significant market sell-offs, prompting investors to reassess their positions.
Indeed, she indicates that rising consumer prices are swiftly affecting investor sentiment. According to Dr. Brown, the recent inflation surge has sparked heightened volatility in the markets as investors seek safety.
So, it's a classic flight to safety during turbulent times.
Exactly. Investors are moving towards safer assets to mitigate risks.
Dr. Brown notes that rising costs are forcing consumers to rethink their spending habits.
Could this potentially lead to a slowdown in economic recovery?
Yes, indeed. If consumers cut back, it could hinder economic growth.
What does Dr. Brown predict about inflation in the coming months?
Dr. Brown warns that inflation may persist, potentially remaining elevated if policymakers don't take decisive actions.
In conclusion, Dr. Brown stresses the need for investors to reassess their portfolios in light of ongoing inflation.
She also recommends that households develop effective budgeting strategies to cope with rising prices.
Today, we're discussing AMD's recent advancements, especially its involvement in the AI chip technology, with insights from David Lin.
David Lin elaborates on the growth opportunities for AMD arising from this partnership.
David Lin asserts that AMD's engagement in the AI sector is crucial for enhancing its market presence.
This partnership is pivotal. It may redefine AMD's capabilities in the competitive tech arena. David discusses how pre-market fluctuations are indicative of investor sentiment prior to market open.
He emphasizes that these insights can guide traders in adjusting their strategies effectively. As per David Lin, collaborations such as the one between AMD and AI partners are essential for enduring growth.
These partnerships often foster innovation and improve market competitiveness.
What insights does David Lin provide regarding AMD's future stock performance?
David suggests that AMD could experience stock growth as confidence in their innovations and partnerships increases.
In conclusion, David Lin suggests that investors should closely observe AMD's trajectory following its strategic advancements.
He stresses the value of understanding broader trends in the tech industry that may affect future outcomes.
Today, we're exploring the potential threats of the shadow credit market.
The shadow banking system operates beyond regulatory oversight, posing risks to the global economy.
Experts assert that shadow banks often accommodate credit in ways traditional banks cannot, risking systemic repercussions.
The asset-backed security market highlights how hidden risks can spread unchecked.
One major point raised is that shadow banks generally operate with high leverage, risking financial instability.
As leverage escalates, so does the likelihood of widespread defaults. Experts note that the shadow banking system often evades traditional oversight, increasing systemic risks.
This lack of regulation leads to unpredictable risk cycles affecting the broader economy. What do experts foresee for the shadow credit market?
Analysts predict that a downturn might trigger a rise in defaults in the shadow banking sector, destabilizing the global economy.
Conclusions stress the need for close observation of shadow credit market activities.
There's a call for stronger regulations to bolster risk management and asset-backed securities analysis.
In today's video, we're analyzing economic insights provided by Anna Wong during her discussion on Bloomberg, hosted by Adam Taggart.
Anna emphasizes the troubling trends in the economy, including rising inflation and interest rates, which are likely to impact investor behavior.
Anna Wong highlights several bearish indicators that could signal a downturn in the economy, particularly the impact of rising interest rates.
She notes that high inflation rates are squeezing consumer spending, potentially leading to a slowdown in economic growth.
What does Anna Wong say about the implications of rising interest rates for the economy?
Anna points out that as the Federal Reserve increases interest rates, borrowing becomes more expensive, which can slow down consumer spending and business investments.
How does Anna Wong connect inflation to consumer sentiment?
Anna explains that persistent inflation fosters anxiety among consumers, who may restrict spending as they anticipate further price increases.
What solutions does Adam Taggart propose in response to Anna Wong's bearish analysis?
Adam suggests that investors focus on sector resilience and consider diversification strategies to remain insulated from volatility.
What predictions does Anna Wong make regarding the equity markets this year?
Anna forecasts increased volatility in the equity markets, hinting at potential corrections if inflation continues to rise.
In conclusion, Anna Wong stresses the importance of closely monitoring economic indicators such as inflation and interest rates.
It's crucial for investors to remain agile, making necessary adjustments to their portfolios based on these trends.
Today, we're diving into the compelling market debate between Ed Yardeni and David Rosenberg.
Yardeni presents optimistic arguments emphasizing signs of economic recovery, while Rosenberg raises caution about inflation.
Ed Yardeni argues that recent economic data points to a bullish market.
Conversely, David Rosenberg indicates that persistent inflation could lead the economy into recession. Yardeni emphasizes rising consumer spending as a strong indicator of recovery.
He also cites falling unemployment rates as evidence of economic strength. Rosenberg discusses how rising inflation may undermine consumer purchasing power.
He cautions that unchecked inflation could lead to market instability.
What are Yardeni's predictions for the stock market going forward?
Yardeni expects a sustained rally supported by strong economic indicators.
And what is Rosenberg's perspective?
Rosenberg foresees potential corrections due to inflation impacting consumer spending.
Investors might see opportunities aligned with Yardeni's bullish outlook.
However, they should heed Rosenberg's advice to diversify and be prepared for corrections.
Today, we are discussing insights from Chris Vermeulen at the Technical Traders, focusing on trends in trading and the outlook for stocks, gold, and Bitcoin.
Chris indicates that recent market trends show a strong potential for both gold and Bitcoin to rise significantly.
Chris Vermeulen highlights that trading strategies are evolving as investors respond to current market conditions.
He notes a rising interest in commodities and cryptocurrencies, particularly Bitcoin.
What does Chris Vermeulen say about gold in the current environment?
Chris suggests that gold is likely to benefit from heightened demand, indicating possible price escalations.
Can you share Chris Vermeulen's perspective on Bitcoin?
Chris states that Bitcoin is on an upward trajectory, driven partly by renewed interest from investors.
What predictions does Chris make for future market trends?
Chris forecasts a strong upward trend for both gold and Bitcoin, consistent with expectations of ongoing market volatility.
In summary, Chris Vermeulen encourages investors to diversify their portfolios by including gold and Bitcoin to mitigate market volatility.
He stresses the importance of being informed about market conditions to take advantage of emerging opportunities.
What an insightful gathering of financial minds we've had today.
Indeed, Chris Vermeulen radiated enthusiasm for gold and Bitcoin, while Ed Yardeni put forth a compelling argument for economic recovery.
I found it fascinating how Anna Wong's take on rising interest rates painted a stark contrast to Yardeni's optimism.
Yes, and Dr. Emily Brown's insights on inflation cannot be overstated. She advocates for immediate strategies.
And let's not overlook David Lin's commentary on AMD. It's crucial as the tech sector evolves.
That's right. The common thread among the guests was the multifaceted approach necessary for understanding the economy.
But they certainly don't shy away from disagreement. The timeline for inflation stabilization, for instance, really divided opinions.
Absolutely. It's these varied perceptions that enrich our understanding of the market landscape.
If you enjoyed these insights and want to keep up with more expert analyses, hit that like button and subscribe.
Your support allows us to continue bringing invaluable content straight to you.
Don't miss our next video where we'll unravel the complexities of international trade.
See you next time and stay informed.